Good morning, students. After the discussions of layers of atmosphere, today we will come to the importance of atmosphere. So today's topic is what are the significance or importance of atmosphere. The atmosphere is extremely significant for the growth and development of life of the earth. All of you know this. The first point is the lower layer of atmosphere has life-giving oxygen, which is needed for breathing. Nitrogen and carbon dioxide are needed for the plant for their growth. The atmosphere protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays coming from the sun. You know that in stratosphere, ozone layer is there which protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays coming from the sun. Next is atmosphere controls the extreme of the temperature during the daytime and night time through greenhouse effect. Now that greenhouse effect, which is a greenhouse gas? Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Carbon dioxide, when released in the atmosphere, can create greenhouse effect. How? By trapping the heat radiated from the earth. Otherwise, what would be the consequence? That there will be too cold during the night. And the day the heat radiates from the sun to the earth, and the carbon dioxide traps it. It helps in trapping that heat for the night. And if there is no carbon dioxide, presence of no carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, what would have happened? There was too cold in the night and hot in the daytime. It would have been very difficult for us to survive. So excess accumulation of some gases like carbon dioxide, methane, etc. are responsible for the disturbing the energy balance in the atmosphere. So excess of this gas is also very harmful for the atmosphere. This can increase the heat of the earth. Because of that, many fossil fuel based industries have increased the amount of carbon dioxide because of the carbon emission in the atmosphere, and because of too much of vehicle in our country, or there is on the roads and there is no control. Some are very old and their carbon emissions are too much, old vehicles, and there is no nowadays, there is pollution certificates are required for all the vehicles. Otherwise they emit too much of carbon, generates carbon, and simultaneously it causes pollution in the atmosphere. And because of that, and there are factories also which generates such car fumes, and factories which generates such amount of carbon dioxide. Due to that, the heat retained increase in the average temperature of the air, and this is actually called global warming. And because result of this global warming, uh, in recent studies it has showed that because there is a directly the temperature of the earth is rising, and consequently leading to a changes in the climate. Because of this changes, it creates so much changes. Where there was a dry area, there you see excessive rain. where you see that there are excessive drought-like condition, flood-like condition, because over the last 100 years the ice reserves have melted, and thus the sea level has risen by the 10 to 20 centimeters. So there is a flood-like situations in the coastal areas, and if this trend may continue, the many areas will submerged under the sea water. Many areas, because the water level is rising. The sea water level is rising, and it may cause drastic changes in the climate of especially those areas, and this may cause extinction of many of the plants and animals also. So these are some of the reasons. So it is actually improper uh, quantity carbon dioxide is required. If it is excess, then also it is harmful. If it is less, then it is also disturbs the nature, disturbs the atmosphere. So it is very much important place for the carbon dioxide plays in the atmosphere, because and next is the meteors coming towards the earth from the outer space. And it the from the outer space, when the meteor enters, you know in which sphere it enters? In mesosphere it enters, and there it burns. So going to the next point, the change in the weather condition is exclusively due to the presence of atmosphere. Now the weather conditions, where in which sphere you get the weather conditions? In troposphere. And an atmosphere plays a very important role in the changes in the weather condition. Just we discussed that. The next topic point is the gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide have made life possible on Earth. Ionosphere helps us in wireless and long distance communication. You know that ionosphere, the ion particles present in thermosphere, which helps us in the wireless and long distance communications, where all the nowadays communications are through artificial satellites and all, and it plays a very important role. Sound waves can only travel through the air. So sound waves, you know that only air is very much important for travel through the air. In a vacuum, where sound waves cannot travel. So these are some of the energy of the sun has made atmosphere dynamic. So sun plays a very much important place for the atmosphere. The presence of water vapor causes condensation and precipitation. All of you know the water cycle and how the water vapor, the presence of water vapor causes in the atmosphere, presence of water vapor causes condensation and precipitation. And lastly, atmosphere softens the sun's glare during the day. So it helps, atmosphere helps us softens the sun's glare during the day. So these are some of the very important points all of you